This presentation has been created with a one-click experience. If you are in need of auditory assistance or experience any audio difficulties, ensure the Always Use Subtitles option is checked to allow for the best experience.
Hi, I'm Jay Gandhi.
I'm Ganesh Tyagarajan.
I'm Matthew Chen.
And my name is Aaron Purewal, and we present to you today COVID-Edu. Our focus points for today will be our premise, our problem, the technology that will solve our problem, and our future large-scale applications. Now we'll first talk about the premise and really understand the opportunity that inspired our idea to solve this problem. As students ourselves, shifting to a virtual learning environment was not a quick and easy shift, but we quickly noticed a sharp decline in the effectiveness of delivery of education across the world. As schools around the world closed, we noticed teachers with curriculums built around in-person engaging environments had quickly lost inspiration with schools shutting down. This quickly resulted in many students becoming very unproductive due to this lack of delivery, and teachers being substituted for educators, whether these were parents, siblings, or even neighbors trying to tutor students in any way they can. We really sought to understand how we got from an effectiveness of delivery issue to unproductive students. So we dug into the problem and identified 6 major categories that drove this shift to unproductiveness. Technical difficulties. Without the standard learning environment known as school, students across the nation are having a variety of experiences, whether it's regarding parental substitution or potential physical health concerns with a global pandemic. This could also lead to financial difficulties, environmental factors within the household, or even a widespread of many more factors that we may not even know about.
Moving on to the problem, first-hand data from students shows that they are simply not getting the same learning experience as they would in a real classroom. Teachers aren't teaching and students aren't expanding their knowledge base and skill set. Currently, there are 188 countries around the world that have simply closed schools nationwide, affecting over 1.5 billion learners and representing more than 91% of total enrolled learner population. This means that it's a wide-ranging issue. Furthermore, teachers understand that their relationships with students are key to educational success and are worried about the limited degree of that success that comes with our new learning environment. There's a lot of anxiety about whether students will be able to progress to the next level in their education. This problem has existed even before the COVID-19 crisis, with what is known as the summer slide. This is a common phenomenon where students lose some of the information they gained from the school year in the summer months and has heightened impacts on lower income students. It is only getting worse with COVID-19, with some estimates showing students could be nearly a year behind their grade level because of the adverse effects of remote learning.
Our inspiration led us to 3 main ideas to eliminate the decrease in quality of education. First, we want to centralize multimedia e-learning. Now, this process includes students going onto the web looking for YouTube videos, Khan Academy videos. We really wanted to make sure that we have one efficient resource to ensure education quality is standardized virtually across the board. Next, we want to follow this with just simply providing efficient and effective resources. If we can save students time when they're searching for a video that will solve their problem, this will really increase their own interest in their education and flatten out the curve across the board. Lastly, eliminating unproductive substitutes. When parents and siblings step in for teachers, we quickly notice the decrease in education becoming bigger and bigger, and how this disparity can quickly be reduced with our new platform.
Meet COVID-Edu, an online platform on both desktop and mobile interfaces, which allows us to help people learn more effectively. Although it's currently in its design stage, we've developed a limited functionality prototype outlining our vision for the platform.
As far as who we think might benefit from our tool, we think that learners should be able to. More specifically, any K-12 student or college students should be able to benefit from this. During this pandemic, many of us are lacking that face-to-face interaction in the classroom where we can ask our teachers questions, or after school during tutoring where we can go to them for help. Additionally, some high schools and middle schools do not even have the economic resources to purchase a video communication app like Zoom, so they're forced to teach in other ways that just aren't as effective, such as emailing assignments out. Because of all of this and the restrictions placed on us, many of us are forced to learn on our own. As students ourselves, we know what it's like having to study on our own and do our own research. While it's helpful, this process can take up to hours just finding the right video or just one that actually answers your question. With this, any learner will be able to efficiently find sources in a timely manner while getting their questions answered from the best sources possible. Next, we think that teachers can benefit as well. And by teachers, we mean any school teachers, parents, tutors, or just college students in general who might need that extra experience. Many college students are currently out of a job or internship, so this will serve as a great opportunity to continue to work. With this tool, it brings out the best videos and sources to help students study. So knowing this, we hope this incentivizes college students to make their own videos to teach things in their own words and how they understand it. Teachers can also adopt the same thing as college students by posting their own videos. In doing so, they'll receive feedback in the form of likes and comments. Additionally, they can kind of look at our tool, pick out what videos they think are best, and send those to their students as additional material to help them study. This tool should also save time for parents, as many of them are forced to homeschool their children while having to work a job simultaneously, and we know that can get messy or inefficient. This tool will allow them to pick the highest quality videos, show them to their kids, and save time from them having to teach it themselves. Lastly, we think that businesses should be able to benefit as well. We think that YouTube channels and other tutoring companies can use this tool as an incentive to invest in creating higher quality videos or to continue to create those higher quality videos. This should help any tutoring business trying to shift to a virtual format, because ideally, if their content is already good in person, then their online videos should reflect that and will be just giving them free exposure. By the same token, if a YouTube channel has quality videos, then we should be helping them grow their channel by increasing their subscriber count and helping their brand image/recognition as a great business with reliable videos.
Now we're going to talk about the technology behind COVID-Edu. There are actually two components of this technology. First is a web scraping program, and second is a recursive learning mechanism. The web scraping program consists of a three-step process. Firstly, we would have our developers and any volunteers find the most popular educational videos online and save the transcripts of these videos. Although at first this would be a manual process, as the sophistication of our program improves, it will automatically parse the web for any related educational videos. Secondly, we would transition over to breaking down the most important keywords from these transcripts. Having these keywords allows us to seamlessly track which videos teach which content. Thirdly, we would save both the keywords along with the website links to each respective video on a local database. Imagine a database filled with the following tables. One is with website links to videos, one with each video's metrics, and one with important keywords stored from each video. Organizing our data in this manner allows us to efficiently manage the order of the most effective videos without having to spend the extra time for downloading the entire video or spending extra money on larger servers. After we compile this initial database, we move on toward the second major step in how our technology works. The recursive learning mechanism. On a fundamental level, it is an algorithm which uses the recursive learning model to effectively improve itself by knowing how well it completes a certain task. When applied in the context of COV-Edu, it operates in a 6-step cycle. Let's break this down using an example of Brian, a high school student studying for his AP macroeconomics test. He's currently doing online practice problems covering US monetary and fiscal policy, but he has no idea what it is. He opens our platform, whether or not it's on its laptop or his phone, and uploads his practice problem document, and then the algorithm starts doing its job. Using smart mechanisms similar to the web scraping program I previously described, important keywords regarding the document's content are extracted, in this case the word quote-unquote monetary and fiscal policy, as well as any other subtopics within this chapter. These are then matched with the database we previously compiled, and Brian now has the perfect video to teach him the concept of monetary and fiscal policy. However, we don't just stop there. Our algorithm takes into account Brian's feedback to make sure it's displaying the most effective video. Once he's finished learning from the video, Brian will then rate how well the video successfully taught him the content on our internal voting system. The algorithm then updates how relevant this video will be in the future searches made by other learners who use our product. In order to sort, however, we don't restrict ourselves to just Brian's feedback and the keywords. Most educational videos are found on common video platforms, especially YouTube and Vimeo. We take into account how many subscribers a channel has, the like to dislike ratio, as well as generally how difficult the concept is for most people to grasp. This way we provide all learners of all kinds with the video best suited for their learning style. You may be wondering how we're actually building this platform. Firstly, the COVID-19 situation, while unfortunate for society as a whole, allows the freelance economy to flourish on a virtual level. There are many current freelance developers who are willing to offer their time to improve the community in any way that they can, including developing a platform such as COVID-Edu. Additionally, as a result of the unprecedented economic impact the coronavirus has had on the economy, there are many unemployed coders who now have free time to work on projects such as ours. We would reach out to these people through potential partnerships with nonprofits or any organization willing to sponsor our program. Once we developed a basic functioning model, we will release it as an open source project to anybody with time on their hands, especially computer science college students looking to occupy their summer while working on a project, can not only have a resume booster, but live knowing that they improved the education sector as a whole.
After talking about our tool, what it is, and how it works, let's look at the future of it. So, sectors it impacts. We think that it'll help the education sector, as we'll be providing videos of the highest quality education/content that were harder to find before. Additionally, we think this will also impact the business sector because it should incentivize companies, big or small, to make those higher quality videos. This will level the playing field because smaller companies can now focus more on their quality without having to waste money to appear at the top of a Google search. Lastly, the traffic our tool will bring a business should improve their search engine optimization, helping their business overall.
COVID-Edu is designed to stay relevant in the post-pandemic world. Our application has large-scale implications, as it is a centralized place for all supplementary learning information. It can be used by teachers to attain strong external content for their classes, by students to find motivation in a top-notch learning experience, and it can incentivize content creators to create higher quality material. Overall, COVID-Edu is the next step in the education ecosystem, and it can change the way our world's students learn forever.
Fellow mentors and educators, we hope you can join COVID-Edu in flattening the curve of education disparity. Thank you.